Yael, an up-and-coming player from Pachuca. And by the way, this region is leveling up super fast. Like, Superdog and him are both from the same place, but Yael is usually known for Game & Watch. Now he's bringing out Sephiroth for this match.
I think this is interesting. I don't know if there's like a double-blind procedure for picking characters at first, because I was thinking like, oh, well, Naruto, Ridley, or Hero against the Game & Watch, but Yael pulled the rug out from underneath me and went Sephiroth. But now he's at the ledge. Oh, excellent jump call out here by Nair. He's so deadly in ledge trapping situations because he can run off stage like that. Look at that.
Well, with Excel Rattle, you can do whatever you want, man. And I think Nair is probably one of the better users of that spell in particular. Not that there are so many heroes out there, of course, but whenever he does get the buffs, oh my lord, this guy is a menace. And as you were saying, there could be a double blind pick, but also Nair has so much experience playing against Meister, I don't think Yael wants to give him that. He knows the matchup super well, but apparently he also knows the Sephiroth matchup. He plays against Cloudy all the time.
Yeah, you just can't run away from matchup experience nowadays. If you are trying to play at pro level, the resources are there. Online's there. Discord is there. You get to play against players, even if you're not getting to play them in person. So, in one way, it's almost like you don't have an excuse not to know 75-plus matches. Excellent counter there from Yael, though, in order to give himself a little bit of breathing room. Uh-oh.
What's this setup? You know,
that's so funny.
Earlier on in bracket, Nair went for like 3 downers against Superdog, so he is you're going to see that dare come through a lot whenever he gets those setups, but, he just goes insane sometimes. I don't think he even has an end goal in mind when he starts certain strings. He's just like, alright, let's see what happens, and then he gets something ultra hype.
Oh, excellent landing there by Yael. It's so hard to figure out where you want to land after you get popped up by Hero's side B. That move, I hate it. It's like one of my most hated moves in the game, and usually it just allows Hero to kind of flow chart his way to a neutral win. Oh my gosh, Yael didn't even blink at the fireball being tossed in his face.
No sir, and remember, Nair also has access to that constant top deck. Oh my lord, you can't hold on to the ledge for that long. No, not when you're over 100%. That invincibility runs off so fast. But Yael forgets that. And look at the percent on Nair. It's not too much. Yael has a huge mountain to climb right now.
Like a blackjack player counting numbers, Nair absolutely had that red in terms of the legend vulnerability. I love the counterplay here by Yael so far. He's allowed himself to basically kind of almost like a matador, just deal with a lot of these aerial normals from Nair very well.
Absolutely, it's what you need. At the end of the day, neither of these two characters are super fast in terms of frame data. You can see their aerials like a cutscene. They're just announcing the arrival of the hits, and you have all the time in the world to catch up to what's happening. But the problem too, that comes with that as well, is that Yael needs to focus on positioning, and Nair can just approach. He can wait and see what arrows come through. There's a lot of defensive playstyle going on here, and I think Nair has the upper hand a bit.
Still excellent rushdown grab here from Yael. Got a chance at ledge, but the zoom, oh my gosh, that was so good. For a second I thought Nair was going to zoom to the stage instead of the plat, and I think he would have been bullseye. I think Yael would have nailed him with the F tilt. Yael right now getting that back air to land. Trying to figure out a way back in this one. It's Nair, side B, off stage. What's Nair going to pick? Woo!
Alright, so about the Octo Slash, I don't see that many people challenging it for obvious reasons, but specifically Nair, I don't think he has any reason to really commit to go that far off the stage. Yael really has a great option in Octo Slash to protect himself, but he didn't quite react to this spell this time. And also remember, whenever Nair goes for a bounce, even against a character with not that many projectiles, it's still good. You get a chance to use other spells, and that backer's gotta do it. Game 1 goes to Nair.
I thought that knockback angle was going to allow Yael to get back into this one, but I mean, again, the biggest drawback about Sephiroth is how light he is. I listened to Zenu complain about how light Sephiroth is for 15 minutes today on stream, so I have that hammered in my head. But wow, I mean, that was just an excellent call out by Nair, and just really solid play. For a player play at the level that Nair plays, to be able to juggle between the Ridley and the Hero and have so much of the character specificity, because neither character, you'll hear about players having pockets. They're just kind of oh, I have a meta character pocket Wolf, pocket Palutena. I mean, dual maining two relatively non-meta characters, it's an accomplishment, Tune.
And to use them at this level of play and to be so successful with them, even more so. And you were saying, oh, Ridley and Hero, but no, this guy now has like 3 more. He has been using Marth today. He has been playing Chrom a lot. He also has the Aegis. So yeah, this guy is a box full of surprises. But as I say that, we're back to the not so surprising Game & Watch pick from Yael. And yes, Sephiroth was not looking as bad as I thought it was going to be honest, but Game & Watch is looking so much better now.
Even having answers for like Accelerado allowing Nair to cross him up, Yael was able to just pop up with panic just right there as soon as he crossed him up. I mean, that is the counterplay to the down B is to bucket. It's like, I'm gonna bucket whatever you toss my way.
True. I also think that's gonna be the counterplay for whenever Nair top decks as well. If Yael has the proper reaction time, he should be able to absorb a lot of the things Nair throws at him, including the Zizzle and all of this. Oh, and some bounce play too from Nair. Like I said, oh no, that's a stock. Goodbye.
Oh man, he peered deep into Yael's soul there and was like, roll. A nice grab here by Yael. Got Nair up in the skies. Game & Watch's juggling game is really where the character can like figure out ways to actually get back into matchups, as well as ledge trapping. Right now, trying to just keep Nair at ledge, the back air, but good zoom by Nair. Oh,
whoa. Nair is getting
like a couple frames off Tune from that call out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say he's trigger happy. He clearly is seeing something in Yael's playstyle that leaves him open to these smash attacks, so more power to him. If he gets the crits, those are going to be super hype for the audience. They're going to be super bad for Yael. And I also wanted to mention, this Game & Watch pick, much like Hero could do a lot of damage to you if he gets a crit and kills you at 0 and whatever, well, yeah. Game & Watch does that damage to you by keeping you up in the air. Like you said, the juggle game is going to be super important. No, you're kidding me, Nair, what are you?
Nair cooked him there, just like, oh, Game & Watch has great ledge recovery ability. I can't go down there and edge guard him. Well, here's the next best thing. Just make a planet-sized explosion at ledge.
He just goes for it. He doesn't even hesitate. Like, he sees that magic burst in his command deck, and he's like, why not? Well, I'm just gonna rip it out. And so, that's 2 stocks so far in the game, and Nair is on his way to make this a 2-0 differential. Yael still has, I see some counterplay in him, but whenever he starts to get adapted, then Nair gets Accelerado or something that really helps him a lot in neutral, and so we're back to square one.
This is the interesting part of the game because like Nair is trying to pick his spots, but if he waits too long, just the war of attrition is going to favor Game & Watch over time. Just see if he's able to actually make the mark here on this ledge trap. Oh, he whiffed the grab! Excellent jab response by Yael. He gets full stage control from him as well.
Yes, now he can't lose it for his life. You can't just go trading hits with them. Of course, being at this percent doesn't mean death just yet, unless you get hit with a really buffed up aerial. And so Nair is going to have to command it a little bit more. He doesn't get the oomph, though. He closes it right before activating. Knows that Yael is about to approach him, but this percent is building up. Yael is just about to die to whatever aerial or the up tilt. That's going to be it. Game 2 goes to Nair.
Yeah, there's very few moves on the ground that can outrange Game & Watch's key, and what that looked like was either the move's active hitbox ended before it looked like the actual key was gone. So with Hero with that giant swooping up tilt sword strike, it's hard to avoid it. It's such a great move. Whenever I get to play some Hero, I'm like, oh, this is fun. Oh, I just up tilt the whole match.
You're all like, oh yeah, this is a move I can do. I forgot about that, and this is a move that he can kill me with really easily too. I hear some heroes, namely Nair, I hear Nair sometimes saying that move is overrated, but it's also a pretty good move to use, I mean, overall, so I don't see how overrated it is. But here we go, that's Chrom. You saw that? I told you that Chrom has been coming through.
Wow, okay. So Nair's going to try and test something out. I mean, with 2 games effectively to play with, you can do that in a best of 5, so it's kind of interesting. There's been a lot of folks that have been talking about the viability of Chrom, especially with Lavish making Summit and the success of so many Roys lately Oh, but you can see one of the reasons why some folks haven't had as much faith in the character, but excellent recovery by Nair. I actually had written him off. And Nair was like, check the script, bro. Check the script. I'm still alive.
No, I thought he was not going to grab the ledge either, but hey, he does make it back. Although, I think we're going to see that situation happen quite a few times, especially now with the bacon and the fish. You can tell that Yael is going to look for those backers and stuff to put him in that situation again, and now the chair closes it out, so I don't see this going too well for him.
I mean, Yael just wanted to make sure that Nair was getting his recommended daily dose of protein. All those fish and sausages at ledge.
True.
All right, here now it's Nair's chance to ledge trap here. Oh wow! I think actually Yael might have low profile that jab in order to grab it. I mean, I didn't watch the short character. Just is what happens.
Yeah, but the
Nice
microspacing
down
becomes
smash.
super important too. And the down smashes are more so for conditioning sometimes, I think. I doubt he's going to get the berry right now to kill. If he does, great, of course. But he is also telling Nair, hey, don't approach me that often. You're going to eat one of these. And look at that, 80% for Nair, and not until now does he manage to take the stock from Yael, and now he hits even more percent.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what character. Nair seems to have an answer for key. He's got the key to key tune. Oh, excellent confirmed jump call out with the back air. The turtle coming out. No, if nobody got Demon Watch, Turtle's got Demon Watch.
Turtle's the real one here, and of course, oh, there we go. There we go. That's what you're looking for. I don't think okay, he did have a jump. Good. I think both Chrom and Roy mains really do learn how to cover their jump. Dear Lord, so many berries and no stocks taken.
The fact that the short hop rising Nair was too Chrom's berry character placement is too low for it to hit. That was really funny.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking great for Nair. Yael's has done a really good job of just keeping pace in this game 3. Nice shield grab. And this is the one matchup, unlike I was going to say about the hero matchup, Demon Watch Bomb Fair actually works really well in this matchup, if you're just able to get it around the sword swings.
Oh, absolutely. The microspacing becomes super important, and I don't think Nair has focused on that bump quite as much. Granted, Yael gets his horizontal push with backer rather than the forwarder, but still, it's a great move to condition Chrom into either tossing something out and getting frame trapped afterwards, or just getting some move stalling. You see Nair trying to get as many confirms as possible, but those jabs aren't hitting either, and that's supposed to be the easiest one. Footstool into key. Not very often you see that one.
That was really well done by Yael. That takes some tight execution. You see a lot of players starting to push the footstool kill confirm meta. I think it's going to become more and more prevalent as the game moves on, just because there's so many moves to get like sweet spot out of. I mean, like Charlie the King's made a complete career out of like footstool up B with Wolf. So I love to see that.
Actually, so many players now I see so many more clips. Like you said, they're pushing the footstool metagame, but it's hype. Like, you kind of want to see that happen, because footstools happening on purpose, IMO, take a lot of skill, not just, I mean, it's just pressing a button, right? But you really need to position yourself well. You really need to read how they're going to recover. You really need to know your follow-up. Footstools are hype, that's what I'm getting at. And now we see the switch to hero, but it's not working out. Yael seems to have used the Chrom game to adapt.
Yeah, Yael's harassed him from the go. Like 0 to 63, while Nair was charging up the fireball. Okay. And now I feel like, yeah, Yael's the one who's completely slowed down this game. I mean, when you have that kind of a lead and you're trying to work your way back into this best of 5, you're going to see some very advanced tactics like this. Oh, dash attack. Give him a ledge trap situation too.
Yes, the ledge trap won't do much though. Nair is now back in the center, and as for that Metasoma that he just sent to the other side, I think that was on purpose because he saw that Yael was more than ready with those buckets, and Yael now has the reaction timing. Also, the second Nair brings out the command menu, you see him pull out that bucket, so Nair kind of now has no access to like half of the spells that he can use, and that's some great conditioning from Yael, and that's going to be the stock.
Yeah, it's really clinical there by Yael. Good response. And now let's see how Nair's to try and play this one back in. Yeah, especially just because... Oh my gosh, no! The day one, he got put to sleep!
And he covers his face too. Look at the face cams, the player cams. Yael was super disappointed with that.
Yael did such a good job of getting a lead going there, and Nair was like, goodbye. Oh man, double up air too. Yeah, Nair's placement right now, it shows just kind of like the veteran poise. And look at this, and now Nair's the one who's deliberately slowing down the pace of the game. That has to be tilting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yael is the kind of player that doesn't like to take his time if he is at a disadvantage with the percents, and technically that's how it should be. But specifically against Mexico City players who have honed their neutral skills so long, you really can't take your chances. That's going to be another suck from the up tilt. Again, one of the greater moves, even though they might disagree with me on that.
You have to be so aware of the percentage range that just swoosh will actually put your opponent into that spot. The reflect on the sleep. Barry, no kill out of Judge. Oh man, if Yael been able to get the 9, that would have been so sick.
Absolutely. Hype moment after hype moment. Now we just need a critical hit from Nair, and that's going to be the trifecta of hype moments alongside the futsal and the 9s. Barely living, man, and now he can't use his forwarder. He better not use that muscle memory against himself.
Wow, I was surprised that key landed. I thought Nair had it scoped out. Nair just same with his back to the ledge. Excellent tomahawk throw. Looking for the kill here with the LSK, and instead, oh my gosh, the air dodge just gave Yael enough of a berth, but he lands. He's just unable to act as Nair lands with a thunderous back air. Hero mains may meme how long that move takes out, but it was right on time for Nair, who's moving on.
And he waited for that spot dodge to fade. If you noticed, he must have caught that habit from Yael. Not that, it's usually a habit for many players in Ultimate. Spot dodge is a great option at the end of the day, but you really have to keep that in mind. Shoutouts to the Nair cam, by the way. Shoutouts to Nair clips. If you make this a clip on Twitter, go follow that profile.
Very,
Nair clips.
Very modest shrug from the winner. We'll love to see it. All right, it looks like we are going to get ourselves